'Tis the morning of day 3. And we saw a bull last night, so that was a good sign. And we know which direction that bull was headed when he either fed out of there or moved out of there just because he was on the move. Hopefully we can get it done. It'd be nice. For a lot of reasons. Sean is a great guy. I'd love to see him shoot a bull. And Kerrigan's son, I'd love to be part of the first hunt that he's been on where there was success and show him all the things that you would do to take care of an animal. And just the fact that that's part of the goal of hunting. You know, you come down here and try to put some meat in the freezer. I'm going to go kill an elk. He's 398. I'd like them to feed up here. They're either going to feed up in this notch or they're going to feed right below us. They're going to get closer. The downside is once the sun comes up, we're naked trying to get closer here. What would be good is if they bed right in that little crotch right there, which they often do. Yeah, we would wait for the wind to switch, and then we'd go around, and we'd get right on this bend down below us. We came around the corner, and right down below us, 400 yards, is a 4x4 and a nice 6x6. They got a dozen cows with them. Our wind is terrible. We're just stuck here. We can't get any closer. With this wind, we got the downhill thermal. I want our wind to keep going this way, and hopefully they'll come up this way. But right now, we're just stuck here, waiting for them to make a move. Dang it. They got underneath us right here, and there's nothing we can do. You see them whining out there. But here's what we can do. We can wait them out. They're going to go around this hill right here. And I don't know if they're going to go way across or if they're going to just come around and stay in these foothill areas. They came out from in front of this knob here. And now they're heading up into the basin we were in yesterday, and hopefully they go up in there and they're just getting those trees in bed. We lost that bull in there yesterday, but with any luck we could watch where they bed. We'd go in there this afternoon with a really strong afternoon thermal and be pretty aggressive on them. We just got to watch and see. I just ran across a mile section of private. They're about a quarter mile from getting back on public on the other side. I think our one saving grace could be It's getting later in the day, or later in the morning, and if they were to go out of that little pocket they're in, they got bald hills in open daylight for the next 2 or 3 miles. I'm thinking they're going to go where this slope faces north and cuts around in there, and they're going to bed in there. I'll tell you what my strategy is for this afternoon. Cross our fingers that they just buried into that next canyon. And if they're in there, if they're not, well, we're kind of moaning the blues. Would you shoot that 4-point if we saw him today, Carrie? Would you tell your dad to shoot the 4-point?
Yeah.
Even if we know there's a 6-point somewhere nearby, you'd say, Dad, shoot that 4x4.
Well, it depends.
Yeah. What if they weren't together? What if you couldn't find the 6-point?
Then do the 4-point.
I'm with you. The old saying, a bird in the hand is worth 2 in the bush, right? You ever hear that saying? Oh, it goes back to the days of hunting, that you'd rather have 1 bird in your hand than 2 out there in the bushes that you might someday get. So you'd rather shoot the one right in front of you that's a sure thing than to sit around and wait and see if the other one does show up. So, bird in the hand. There's a lot of things in life that applies to. I don't think he's believing me, Sean. I think when he gets back to camp today, he's going to say, Dad, why do you make me listen to that guy? It's all I can do to be polite to him. Well, it's halftime. We're done with 2.5 days of our 5-day hunt. It's halftime, Carrot.
Oh yeah, over here.
There's a buck.
There's a buck. Good eyes, Carrot. Should have got a deer tag.
That is a superb buck. Hey, sitting right here in camp eating a turkey sandwich. 170-inch buck comes trotting on by. We got a bull tag, not a buck tag. You never know what you're gonna see, I guess. Well, we drove all the way around where these elk disappeared this morning. And I don't know how far they might have went or which direction, if they're gonna come back, but we got private over here about 1 mile. So I wanna give us a buffer and see if they're in here. If they are, good. If they aren't, well, hopefully some other ones are in here. Just gonna stay here until it gets a little later. Let the shadows get a little longer, and then maybe we'll go out to that point. Not looking good. Got about 20 minutes left. The last time I saw those elk this morning, they were headed across this bench. maybe they just kept right on rolling. But I thought if we came back here and kept some elevation, maybe we'd see where they went. Maybe they'd get up and feed this evening. But also there's a canyon there, canyon here, canyon over there, and a canyon there, and a canyon here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 canyons all come together right here. And a lot of times these bulls will walk up those canyons and just bed in a shaded place. So I was hoping maybe one would come out this evening. Well, don't ask me why elk hunters get up with their optimism every day. They're like, oh yeah, today's the day. When you know you're going to fail 9 out of 10 times. If they did an examination of the psyche of most elk hunters, you'd either be really stupid or just really optimistic. I'm not sure which. Or both. Oh, there you go. What do you want for dinner?
I don't know.
Wait. I just heard you say, I don't know. I thought you weren't allowed to say, I don't know.
Pizza Hut.
There's an honest answer.
Get my cooking shoes on. Makes for some long days. I know I'm not asking for any sympathy, and I'm not going to get any, but you know, there's just some days where you're tired and you gotta go sleep in a tent for another 20 days or whatever it might be. Eat more of the same quick meals. Yeah, but it's a great job. I promised Carrick I'd make him elk tacos from a Colorado elk. But what was our deal?
That you get 2 cookies?
Yeah, he's gonna go find some cookies that he's got stashed away in his tent, and he's gonna share some cookies with me. We don't need them now, though, Carrick. We need them afterward. For those of you watching, something like this with a taco seasoning is getting out there far on a limb for a guy from northern Minnesota. I mean, there's no cream of mushroom soup in this. There's no tater tot hot dish. No tuna noodle hot dish. This is like something with serious spice, or mild spice. So I hope you all give me a little bit of credit for the fact that I'm venturing outside the bounds of Scandinavian palate here. Come on, how much you want?
Like 2 of those.
2 of those?
Yeah, 1 more.
Alright. Make sure it doesn't all fall off. There's cheese and lettuce and pucky over there.
Okay. Thank you.
Time to get all my gear organized for tomorrow. We got tomorrow and the next day. We better get it done. At least we saw a nice bull. We saw 2 bulls today, so we're getting closer. I just need to get that one that works out the way you need it to. And then Sean will shoot a bull and we'll do the big victory lap. That's a hope anyhow. So anyhow, I gotta go charge up my phone and call my wonderful wife. Those of you who enjoy our program, it's brought to you thanks to Kim Newberg, because she puts up with more BS than my shenanigans, and if it wasn't for her, this operation would have folded a long time ago. So she has one requirement. In places where I have service, at least give me the benefit of a call each night so I know a grizzly bear hasn't eaten you. So I'm going to call her. Good night.